Well, welcome to the Standpoint. Today we have another wonderful program for you. Couples working together. You hardly hear that. No, I'm not talking about couples working at the same place, like they own their company and then they work together. Most of the time, from what we hear, it doesn't really work. What are the causes? Is it a matter of submission from who to who? Of who? Is it a matter of anyway, I have the right people. I have a couple here who are working together. They've been working together for some time and they're so determined to make sure they get it right. Of course, we have examples of people who have done it and are doing it, like Reverend Albert Okran and his wife, Comfort Okran, and a few others who have done it. So we want to see the younger generation, a young couple in their 30s working together. Is it going to work? What will it take? We do have a program for you, so you don't want to go anywhere. My name is Gifty, and welcome to the Standpoint. Let me say thank you to GTP for my cloth. And then this dress was made for me by Ophelia Crossland Designs. My hair by Chriselle, the one and only Chris. I'm just loving my Afro hair so much. And you're going to see me in it for a while, but you have to deal with it. Let me say thank you to Paba Cosmetics for the makeup product and beautifully applied by Nax Beauty Studio. My shoe is by Ayers Boutique Online, and we are so grateful to them. I'm still looking for a bead sponsor, so if you're out there, you do good beads. I'm talking about beads. I'm not talking about pearls. I'm not talking about, other stuff. Beads. Yeah, tradition. You know me. Well, we take a break. When we come back, we meet a couple working together. We'll be back.
When cleaning your vehicle by valeting, steaming, waxing, or polishing, make sure the engine is also sound. Servicing your vehicle with Gold Synthetic Oil and any quality Gold oil massages the engine, removes deposit, protects it from wear and tear for longer lasting performance, and makes your vehicle feel pampered. Made for diesel and super engines. Remember, after every 15,000 kilometers of enjoying your ride, service your engine with Gold Synthetic Oil.
Gold is a champion. That's why I, Azuma Nelson, 3 times world boxing champion and a patriot, always choose Gold.
Ashene Pankasa. Gold, good energy.
That's more like it. If you just joined us yesterday, we are going to talk to a couple working together. Somebody said, I'm sure you've heard it over. Hey, how can you work with them? And I'm not talking about couples working at the same place. I mean, they head together, owning their own business company. Yes, we've seen a few, but most of the time, the stories we hear are not pleasant. Why did this couple decide to do the same? Going to be interesting. But hey, let me say thank you to our sponsors. That is GTP. And this is their message. It's simple. Our style is ageless. Our pattern, limitless. And our designs are endless. Our beauty never fades. Did you hear that? Our beauty never fades. GTP, timeless. We are also sponsored by Goil, Yaya Dia Adepa. Adepa. Yaya dear, homegrown business, Ghanaian, so Adepa nkasa, ahwinipa, eso nkasa. That's Goil. Just patronize Goil products for all your fuel needs and you'll be fully sorted. Our website, www.thestandpoint.com.gh, is powered by Dream Oval. This program is also aired on ABN TV or Sky Channel 195, which is across Western Europe, parts of Canada and Asia. We are also on Virgin TV Channel 842 in the United Kingdom. My couple today, they are my neighbors. They are my neighbors. And their children are my children. How are the guys doing? They are doing good. Awesome. You know, their children are my bosses, you know. They can check me like that. On my stream left, I have Karen Evans Ham. And she is the COO. That's the Chief Operating Officer of their company, that's Spectra Global Limited. And she is an architect. Welcome to The Standpoint.
Thank you.
Good to see you. Lovely as always.
Thank you.
Next to her is her tenant. William Evans Ham is the Chief Executive Officer of Spectra Global Limited. He's the Principal Architect. Welcome to The Standpoint. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Looking nice. How's the program going on YouTube? How did you decide? Why did you decide to start that program?
I think I looked at Karen.
Okay, Karen. Yeah. No, I told you she's a loud lady.
Okay, so we started that's the Master Builder Show.
Yes.
We started it because we realized that knowledge on architecture is very, very limited. So you go out there and you talk to somebody, they know everything about what a doctor does, they know which doctor to go and see if they have a gynecological problem and so on and so forth. But when you talk about architects, they don't know where we are, they don't know what we do, they don't know what problems we solve. And so you can even have people who are very educated and they don't know the value that our architects in Ghana or architects worldwide bring to their various projects.
Okay.
And building projects are very, very expensive. So you don't want to make so many mistakes with this. So we decided that, look, why don't we educate the people? Let them know what architects do. Let them know what architects bring to the table in nation building, in society, and so on and so forth. So that is a concept for the Master Builder.
Now, William, some people will say that, the services of an architect is so expensive. So, Charlie, you get some memo. You get some mason here, carpenter here, bits and pieces you put together and away bus.
The moment you even started your question, I knew your question. Because we've heard it so many times. I remember I was telling someone that, so if you had a building that collapsed, what is the cost of rebuilding that thing against the cost of getting a professional? If you wanted to invest your money, say 50 million Ghana cedi, would you put it in the hands of somebody who is qualified? Or will you put it in the hands of somebody who is not qualified? When it comes to money, we are quick to take the right decision.
Yeah.
Because we appreciate the value.
Okay.
But in Ghana, very few people appreciate the value of our architects. So they look at the fees and say it's expensive. They don't look at what is the cost to not taking an architect.
Okay.
And it is more expensive to actually build without an architect. I know people who have done their buildings, broken it, done changes. The contractor will charge you for breaking, charge you for rebuilding. The architect helps you to get it right once and for all. You don't run the risk of collapse. You don't run, and you get a better building. So in our Master Builder Show, we actually encourage people, start talking to your architect the moment you have the plan, the idea to build. Don't wait till you are actually ready to start on site before you say, go to draw me a plan.
Draw me a plan. So, but the show is on YouTube, right, Karen?
Yes.
It's on YouTube.
Yes, on
And
YouTube.
you just Master Builder.
Yes,
That's
the Master Builder show.
show.
Yeah.
Is there any link to it? Do you have? Are you on Facebook or?
Yes, it's across all our social media platforms. It's also on our website, spectra.global. When you go there, it's also there.
It's also there.
Yes.
Okay. Now, how long have you been married?
11 years.
We are 12 this year.
I knew that somebody was going to get that. Yes. That's why I especially started with William.
You are trying to trap me.
What is men with dates? God. They say you are the good mathematician.
I
I don't know. We just forget those things. We don't do it deliberately.
You wait till the address and then it's okay, we are 12. I see a woman, he said we'll be 12 this year. 12 years, he said. But Karen, did you decide right from the onset that you guys are going to work together as a couple?
No. That wasn't the plan from the beginning. We started dating from campus, right? And we knew that we would end up running a bit.
William, Mommy do go school, that goes you again.
So we knew that somehow we'll be running, we'll have a business of a sort, right? But as to whether we'll be working.
How did you know? Is this something you talked about when you were dating?
Yes.
That you have some business?
Yes. Okay. So during the courtship, I mean, as we shared our ideas, our vision, our goals, our dreams, we both realized that no, we were not going to be employees for very long. But as to whether we'll be working in the same company, it wasn't deliberately orchestrated.
William, was that all you had plans?
Oh.
So you had...
I think that from when we were young, we were very ambitious people. We had plans to... In fact, this is not the first company we started.
Oh, okay.
Our first
Together?
Yes. Our first company was called what?
Hey, plenty. We had rainbow rings, and then we had Wilka Weddings and Decor, and then we had Clean Autos. So those are businesses that we've done that didn't go too well. Yeah, but then eventually Spectra has stabilized and we are pushing
it. And all
it.
those things, what were you doing? The rainbow and what were you building rainbows?
So we actually started when we were on campus. I think one day we were carrying like decor and design and stuff like that. So one day we were like, okay, when we finish school, why don't we harness this gift, right? So we decided that we'll start a decor company, because she was very, very good at it. So when we left school, we started the decor company and we were running it. I was working elsewhere though, but she was running it. She was still doing her master's and running it. And it was fun. I would close, go and pick it up, we'll go and do a project. The two of us will work till the next morning. I'll get home. I know that once it's 5 o'clock.
The things love can do.
So we've been at business. In school, we'll get what we call PP, private project.
Right.
We'll do it together, It's always been
like that.
But we didn't plan that we were going to end up working together in the same place.
Okay. So after all the trials, Karen, you also went to work somewhere?
Yes.
For a while?
Yes, I went into academia.
You worked with academia?
In academia, yes. I was lecturing in the university.
Lecturing?
Yes.
Which university?
Central University.
Hey, cheeky. No wonder. No, it's why there.
We agree.
Let me take a break. When we come out, we'll come here and talk about, why they decided to go back to their first lab, because you both did architecture,
yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you know about my take or suicide, the land economy story.
No.
I didn't tell you.
No.
I'll tell you someday. Well, let me take care. Let me say thank you to our support. Go-Got Yogurt. As a woman, yogurt is very good for you. I always tell you. And if you have to go for yogurt, go for Go-Got Yogurt, homegrown business. The standpoint is all about promoting homegrown businesses. And indeed, anything that is done here and is harnessed here, there's some labor involved, Ghanaian hands involved in it. I mean, we just go all out for it. And this is... Go-Got Yogurt. And of course, Awake Purified Water, Ghana's first charity-driven purified mineral water, and Royal Drinks by Casa Preco. We are so grateful to them. Cake Techniques, I love cake. Thank you so much. House of Foods, and of course, Yep Cleaning Services, who take care of our environment. We take a break. When we come back, it gets more juicy. Yes, sit back if you're planning on having to work together. We'll be back.
When cleaning your vehicle by valeting, steaming, waxing, or polishing, make sure the engine is also sound. Servicing your vehicle with Gold synthetic oil and any quality Gold oil massages the engine, removes deposit, protects it from wear and tear for longer lasting performance, and makes your vehicle feel pampered. Made for diesel and super engines. Remember, after every 15,000 kilometers of enjoying your ride, service your engine with Gold synthetic oil.
Goal, you're a champion. That's why I, Azuma Nelson, 3 times world boxing champion and a patriot, always choose Goal.
Ashene Pankasa. Goil, good energy. New Adepa Dumas from GTP. The name we know and trust. Premium quality fabrics with a smoother feel. New designs and richer colors. New Adepa Dumas for the woman who knows her worth. GTP, quality fabrics printed in Ghana. GTP, timeless.
Okay, welcome back. Welcome back. Let me say thank you to Chris L. Hair and Beauty Spa for my afro. And then, of course, my cloth is by GTP. The dress was made for me by Ophelia Crossland Designs. Shoe by Ayes Boutique Online. Ayes Boutique Online. Makeup products by Paba Cosmetics and applied by Nax Beauty Studio. Thank you to all the supporters. We are grateful because without them, you know, we still will have to spend a lot of money to get all these things together. Now, Karen, whose idea was it that you start the architect? Now I'm bringing trouble. To start a business in architecture.
Okay, so after school, both of us were working in different architectural firms, okay? Right. And among our peers, there's a lot of complaining about what is not going right, about the fate of the architect and so on and so forth. And these are 2 architects. We are experiencing different, I was obviously on a different boss in a different company, so he was experiencing something different from what I was experiencing. Honestly, my office was better. So we decided that why don't we put together, build a business that can solve that problem, because it's not easy to read architecture and you need a lot of high grades. So when you come out, you should also see the fruit of the sweat in your life. But it wasn't the situation. So we started out with a vision that we want to create something different.
And was this discussion around the dinner table or in the bedroom? Just pulling your legs. So you both quit your job and came together? No, or did it start like that?
No, we didn't start like that. I think we have to be smarter than that.
Yeah.
We were married. It wasn't a smart thing to both of us quit our job. So I quit my job first.
Okay.
And then we started.
Okay.
Okay, so of course we needed to make sure that there was some stable income coming from some other place. So by that time she was already lecturing
in architecture
in
and then
Central University, and babies were coming and stuff like that. So I quit my job and we started. So I started working in the business, and while she was also lecturing. Okay. Then at a point I noticed that, look, if we want to build this thing the way we actually planned it, one person alone, we believe in teamwork. Okay. We don't believe that one person can do everything by himself. And most importantly, right from school, we've had this synergy of doing things together. So we decided at a point that we agreed that, look, it's enough lecturing. Come in, let's actually come back to the plan and move ahead. Okay. And then she also came back.
Would you say that the way you kind of worked together as a team and gradually moved from one extreme side to other to converge at where you are now, has anything to do with the kind of marriage that you have?
I think that absolutely, because way back in school we have been friends. I think friendship has been one of the greatest underlinings of our marriage. We have really been friends. I mean, I don't know, but I know people get married and sometimes they're not really friends, you know, they date for, we dated for, I think 8 years. Yeah, second year to 6th year, that was 4 years, sorry, 6 years.
6 years.
We dated for 6 years. From second year, we did 6 years in school, so to 6th year was 4 years.
Yes.
And then 2 years after school, that made 6 years.
Yes.
So we were real friends. I mean, I remember we would go and draw in the studio, 11 p.m., 12 midnight, we'll be coming down to the halls of lecture, and we'll come and drink tea. And then after that, we'll go and draw again.
Fancy brother.
So that friendship was there. And I think that has been one of the greatest strengths of our marriage. The friendship was there. And that's what actually really keeps us going.
And has it helped you working together?
It
now?
does. It does a lot. It does a lot. Because working together sometimes comes with some amount of stress, some amount of opinion differences.
Right.
But it's the friendship that keeps us going. Well, we know we are friends. After all that, we sit down, we trash it out, and then we discuss, let's move on. Let's just get going. So it's...
So, Kai, how long have you been working together?
I joined him in 2013.
Okay.
So that has been 6 years.
Oh, okay. And the business was started when?
2010.
So you worked, I mean, like on your own for 3 years. No, I mean, still together, but you were kind of behind it for 3 years. And then, so the business has been going on for the past 9 years.
Yes.
That's interesting. So working together for 6 years. Doesn't it get boring? Bottom line, that's the question I'm asking.
No, you can't get bored. We can't get bored.
You should see the look on your face. You can't get bored.
No, because there's in our field there's always a different issue. There's always a different challenge. You are always working on a new project which has its own it comes with its own story and so on and so forth. So and a lot of the times he's working on one project, I'm working on another, or he's working on something else and I'm doing something else. So when we go home, there's always a story to tell. Sometimes as soon as a thing happens, we just take a call and Charlie, do you know? So while sometimes if we drive you to a meeting, I'm also going to another meeting, and we are just so we'll talk from where we set off. When he gets to me, like, look, I'm going to the meeting, so let's when we finish, then we come back. So you don't get bored, and then we add play to the work.
In fact, that has been, if I should analyze the relationship right from school, it has been a signature of the relationship. We've always worked and played together. So we'll go to the studio, we are drawing, then we'll go and drink some tea, and then we'll come back. It's work and play. We are working together. When the opportunity comes, we travel to go and work, we'll go for a conference. We take 2 days off to just relax. So it has always been our culture to work and to play.
And you like chilling?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Otherwise, the marriage would be boring. Well, I mean, I remember when we first got married, my plan was that any new restaurant that came, I have to be the first person that takes Karen there. I don't have to allow any other guy.
Your brother had plans.
And I enjoyed it when she said that, oh, you're the first person who made me experience it. You're the first person. So anytime a hotel comes up, I would say that, Charlie, this place, we have not gone there. Let's go there. You know? I think marriage has to be.
This was even before marriage.
Before marriage.
And it has continued in marriage.
It's been like that. It's been like that. Anytime, if we have to travel, we'll look for a new place we've not been to. Even in Ghana, if we hear there's a new restaurant, I think that people make marriage to look. It looks like it's a life and death game. It looks like everybody's dying inside. I mean, let's be real. Marriage has challenges. No, there's nothing on earth that is done without challenges. But we also make it too gloomy. It's fun. It's joy. We travel. We sometimes
go to the movies.
We go to the movies a lot. In fact, we love the movies a lot. We go to Uncle Ebo's shows. Sometimes I'm going to Takrady to go and do a project, and she's not really on that project, but she goes like, Charlie, then we go. On the road, we are eating, we are chatting, we get to the side, do whatever. It's fun. It has to be fun. Otherwise, we can't survive.
But has it been really that easy especially working together? I'm talking about not the marriage, but working together as a couple. Karen, has it been easy?
We've had.
Don't you have clashes?
Oh, we've had. We have had clashes, you know, and the challenge, you see, the fact that we are both architects is both a blessing
And
a
challenge.
And a challenge. I don't want to use
the
that word.
It is not.
So
Use that word.
So you can have, and architecture is, aside the science part of it, there is the subjective part of it. So that he has one idea, I carry another idea. None of them is wrong. But at that point, whose idea should be applied? Okay, so we when we started having such issues, it wasn't funny. Okay, it wasn't funny. I mean, no. It wasn't funny. So you end up there are issues in the office, and you know, women, we carry our issues all over the place, and so we go home, and I'm like, don't touch me. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because of
Take the work home.
Yes, I carry. He is very good at just dropping it in the office. Once he's home, he's home. But no, me, I don't work like that. I carry it. I carry it.
You are my sister now.
I carry it. So from the beginning stages of me joining, it wasn't that clear. It wasn't very smooth.
Right.
Until we realized that, look,
Really
we have to
thought
fix
about
this.
it.
Yes. We really have to fix this if we want to realize this dream. Because it was either, you got to a point where like, look, it's either we make this thing work or I go back to doing something else on my own. But we realized that looking at the pros and cons, that was not a wise decision. Yes.
Well, we'll be back again and say thank you to our sponsor, GTP. They say our style is ageless, our pattern limitless, and designs are endless. Our beauty, the first three sounds something very architectural. Our style is ageless. Our pattern limitless. Our designs are endless.
Yes.
Our beauty never fades.
Yeah.
GTP timeless.
Yeah.
Yes. And also thank you to Gual, who sponsors us, Ghana Oil Company Limited, Aminipa Enkasa. Yeah, their homegrown business. We are so grateful to them. We'll be back.
Water gives life. Water is life. Enjoy the pure, refreshing taste of Awake purified drinking water, which comes in a uniquely designed bottle with a lemon green tap. Water is your perfect way to stay hydrated. And remember, for every bottle you buy, an amount will be donated to the National Cardiothoracic Center, Ghana. Awake purified drinking water. One for life.
For bulk purchase, contact 0262 351 251.
Okay, welcome back to the standpoint again. I say thank you to Gogot Yogurt, Awake Purified Water, Royal Drinks by Casapreco Company Limited, House of Foods, Cake Technique, Yep Cleaning Services. We're grateful to all of them for supporting us. In the audience today, I have a group, beautiful ladies, young ladies, from Glorious Ladies. Would you say it's been beneficial, you leaving your job, that's a secure job, where you knew your insurance or your social security was being paid, every month some money is coming in to actually come together, work with your husband, knowing there's a home to keep, children to take care of, school fees to pay? Do you think it was the wise decision?
Yes. I would say it was a wise decision. And if I came to the same juncture, I'll probably make the same choice. Because my challenge is you don't see a problem and keep complaining, expecting somebody else to do something about it. A lot of the times, the kind of problems, the things that frustrate you, you have been wired with a solution to fix it. So I will say that yes, It was secure. It was very relaxed. I mean, very, very relaxed. But then we had also grown this one to a point where he needed the second hand. He needed the help. So do I say that I'll just stay in my safety zone and just watch balls drop, or I'll bring my capabilities to push this thing a lot farther?
Yeah.
So I think it was a good decision.
Then hasn't it affected how the bond that you used to have? When I say the bond, like the fun, the relaxation, because now it's like, if both of you, if we don't get this done, no money is coming. Or when the money comes, Charlie, we have to manage it because we don't know when the next big thing or next project is coming.
There's a price to pay for everything. Every success comes with a price. There's nobody who has been successful in life and has not had to pay a price. Even Jesus had to pay with his life.
Yeah.
So success comes with a price. We've gone through challenges. We've gone through hard times before. But I think that we don't want to look at what is the thing we've lost. What we want to look at, what are we gaining? Day in, day out, we are refining the relationship, the work-life relationship better, and we are getting better at it.
Okay.
And so one of the scriptures, we are both Christians, so one of the scriptures that is a bedrock is that one puts to flight 1,000. 2, not 2,000. 10,000.
Yeah.
And even that is a scripture for synergy. How much more people who are already married? So the synergy is greater. So that has been also one of the things that keeps us going. That look, if William alone is doing it, he puts to flight 1,000. William and Karen come together. It's not 2,000. It is 10,000. So we've been able to do a lot of things. There are people that we know that we in our estimation, if they had a team like this, they would have gone far. We believe that it comes with challenges, but I don't look at that. I think that it's been good. I think that we wouldn't have been where we are. And the last laugh is at the end.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you're in the process, you don't really see it. But when we get to the end, we will actually know that it has been a good decision.
When things are tough and then, Carrie starts thinking, hey, Charlie, did I do the right thing? Did I take the right decision? Who is the one who motivates the other to say that, Charlie, let's keep going? He does. He will say, let's keep going.
Yeah.
Because the last laugh is at the end.
At the end.
Now, your marriage and your job, which one do you put more premium on?
The marriage. The marriage.
Any day, anytime.
The marriage.
You choose the marriage over the job.
The marriage. Look, when you are married together and there's a problem at home, it follows you to work.
Yeah.
Women cannot separate issues at home and work.
It's not only women.
Even men.
Some men.
Yes. Don't chew me. even every human being, even men, just that men are able to sort of mask it.
Yeah.
But you realize that it's eating him up.
Yeah.
There's one vision I have. We share that vision every time. When we are 90 years, when we are 85 years, which one will matter the most? By the time you are 85 years, you may not be able to actively work in the business. Your children would have started their lives. What would be the most important thing in your life? It's your relationship with your spouse. So, wisdom is taking decisions today that will benefit you for tomorrow.
Okay. So does that inform, Karen, because you're nodding, so I take it that you agree with him. Yeah. Does that inform how you resolve issues when they crop up at the workplace?
Yeah, because the strength of even what we do in business is because of the strength of the marriage. So that if you watch the marriage go south, it will have a ripple effect on every other thing. It will have a ripple effect on the business, it will have a ripple effect on your children and everything else. So we aim at preserving the sanctity and the strength of the marriage. Because you watch that one derail, and then the repercussions will just be unimaginable.
I had a lady on the show, Mimi and Danny Michaels, who also works with her husband, but she was on alone, and she talks about how she has a different office from her husband, and her husband has often come to her and say, "Charlie, today you were not there. Some lady came to my office, the way she was dressed and the way she came, sitting and, exposing herself. And somebody even invited me to this. Somebody was upfront to come and..." Do you face that? People go and tempt William. Look at William. Going left and right, but I'm not looking at him.
I choose not to worry about that. Seriously. I choose not to worry because, you see, it's about trust. If I don't trust that, because I can't be his shadow everywhere he goes. Yeah. I have to trust that when he's faced with a situation like that, to make the right choice. Yeah. But if I go about worrying, which girl is coming, it means that you don't even trust the guy in the first place. So if somebody comes to the office, you are suspecting that she's coming to do what? You see, Ohiniri, in running the business, your mind is working even when you are sleeping. I cannot carry baggage. As a person, I'm juggling so many things at the same time. The less baggage I have, the better it is for me, right? So I don't worry. He's a man of God. Yeah. He loves the Lord. Yeah. That is my security. Yeah. He may decide not to go the other way, not even because of me, but because of his relationship with God, and I think that is better. Yeah. Like Joseph was caught with Potiphar's wife. The only reason why Joseph didn't do what Potiphar's wife wanted wasn't because of Potiphar's wife. It was because of his love for God. Yeah. And that is what he has. So, in fact, it doesn't even cross my mind. Plus, as a wife, actually, I got it.
I want to add one thing. One word called guardrails. When you are driving on the highway and you are driving on the bridge, there's usually a steel railing on both sides to prevent you from falling off. Should you be driving and feeling drowsy and your car slips, it will hit the guardrail and it wakes you up. I think every couple needs guardrails around their marriage. Every human being needs guardrails around his life. We deliberately don't put ourselves in the position to be overly tempted unnecessarily, right? So I think that is also important. One of the things we used to do is that, look, we tell each other everything. Those days when Karen used to work elsewhere, and we had just started, so I really didn't have much money. And of course, she was a nice girl. She would meet...
She's got it. Use that word.
She's got it. She'll meet men who have more money, big car that I don't have, and they'll try and hit on her. And when she comes home, she will tell me. In fact, one of the reasons why I really cherish Karen, I always tell this story. When we were in school, she was the one girl that you cannot touch. She will not give you the opportunity. And sometimes ladies must listen. When you are young and you think that because you want a guy and you allow every guy to touch you, you are a toy. You are being played with. You are being played with. The same guy, when he's ready to marry, suddenly from somewhere, sense enters his head and he looks for the woman he can trust. I remember one day, Karen had no umbrella and I had the umbrella and it was raining. And I said, oh, let's go, let me help you. And we're working together. You know how you're working together, your shoulder will be hitting shoulder to shoulder. I said, oh, to avoid that scenario, I put my hand in. The way she used her hand to remove my hand. She had her guardrails. That was her guardrail, right? Today, I still remember it. Architectural firms are male-dominated. Yeah. Karen worked in an office where almost everybody was a male. that one thing she did to me made me know I could trust her with every guy.
Wow.
So trust is very, very, very important.
Trust is very, very important.
Absolutely.
You've answered my question. I was going to ask you that you are fine wine too well, but you've answered. Let me go to the audience. 2 people have a question. Let me take it and then.
Financially, when you're working in separate companies, maybe if you need something for yourself, you can buy it. But as you are working as a couple, when it comes like that, how do you solve it?
Please, my question is, who pays who? And do you take the same salary or one takes bigger than the other?
Okay, thank you. Over to you, Karen.
Yes. So I think there is financial independence. I know there are couples who do the joint account thing where everything comes in and then they write it out. We don't do that. So he earns his salary, I earn my salary. However, if there's a project that we need to work on as a family, we look at what is required to get the projects done, and then we all chip in. And then the second one, okay, so in the company, just like every other business, we have a salary structure. Okay. So depending on your level, so rise from the least or the lowest person on the organizational structure to the CEO, everybody has his place in terms of salary and benefits. And obviously, he is a CEO, so he has higher salary than me because I'm the COO. So that is how it works.
Okay. Now, William, let's say, obviously, you started a business before Carrie came to join you. So it makes sense that you are the chief executive officer. If the table had turned and Karen was the chief executive officer and you were the COO, would you have been able to work with her?
Yes, absolutely. I would say that spouses working together, if you cannot do it, you cannot do it. I won't say it's a formula that every couple should work with together. But I think the most important thing is that there's a certain relationship you build together. There's a certain friendship you build together. Look, there are times that there are some things that I want to get done. And Karen says no. And I'm the CEO, so what? You listen. For me, the issue is teamwork.
Yeah.
We are a team, and the team is working together. That's, for me, is the greatest asset we have, is that we are a team. Yeah. Look, we try even sometimes to say, when we get to home, we'll discuss business. Oh, so no business. We'll try, we'll wake up one morning, and Karen will say, by the time we realize we are discussing
business.
It's teamwork for me. It's
right.
Teamwork.
Okay. Karen, I'll give you the last word because this is a women's show. What is your advice, especially because you hear, William, and I'm sure you've heard that it's always the women who are the painful end of a business that doesn't end well. Couples working together, they are the losing end. What is your advice to a woman who wants to go into business with her husband? How can she manage? What are the things she has to look out for before she decides that, yes, this is what I want to do. I want to quit my job and join my husband, or I want my husband to quit his job and come and join me.
If you want to go and work with your husband from a woman's point of view, what I would say is that don't lose yourself. Because sometimes, because of marriage, we tend to make a lot of decisions that are not career-wise, that do not make sense in terms of career building. Right. So even if you are going to work with your husband, make sure that you maintain your profession or you maintain your earning ability. That thing that, assuming your husband wasn't there, you can still make some good money. Assuming, because like you are saying, if things should go south, it's the woman and the children who suffers in a lot of the cases. So as a woman and as a mother, make sure that you don't lose that earning ability. Continuously make yourself relevant, because as you run a business, times change. Your marriage is changing along with it, and so on and so forth. You can't get comfortable and say that, oh, I have a husband, so it doesn't matter. No. Position yourself in the business in such a way that if you are not there, some things don't run.
Right.
So you are always relevant at every point in time. Be relevant to the company, be relevant to society, be relevant to your children, and definitely you have to be relevant to your husband. Every time.
And to yourself.
Yes.
And somebody say hallelujah. Okay, William, you do something small from the point of the man.
I'll just add to what Karen said. You know, many times when myself and Karen, sometimes we get into that women thing.
Yeah.
When
He calls me the women's lawyer.
many times, a lot of women make the mistake and think, what if the man leaves? It's not the issue of what if the man leaves. What if he dies? Have you ever thought of it? Yeah, if he leaves married, it's true, it happens. What if he doesn't leave? What if one partner dies? You even realize that it is not just about when divorce happens. It's about the fact that two of you are running a business. You must be, I was going to say competent, but she said relevant, which means the same thing. Yeah. You must be competent. Other than that, what is the basis for you working together? Then be a wife, let him get a partner. You understand me? You must be competent. Your husband must be able to say, this is one thing my wife does, and I'm very grateful for her for being in the business. Because should he die, death will come for anybody. I'm not saying I want to die. But if
touch wood, it's not happening anytime soon.
But people die. Marriages are then one partner dies. And if your husband or your wife dies and you don't know how the business is being run, your business has come to a shutdown. So I just want to say that for me, one thing is important. Be competent. Even as a woman, be competent in what you are doing.
Thank you so much for coming to share with us, coming to educate us, and coming to make us fall in love all over again. And we hope that we'll see you again. You know, wish you many more years working together. May you be that light, that example to young people to know that, yes, we can believe in each other, can believe in marriage. We can believe in my wife. I can believe in my husband. The trust can be there so we can build a business, a family, you know, a marriage and a society together. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
We'll be back with a bit of me. You know, I've talked about the need to have something as a woman, something to offer in all situations. I mean, coming from the background of a Christian, the Bible says I'm a helpmate or a helpmeet. So having something to help with, to help myself, to help my society, to help my community, to help my children, to help my marriage, to help my husband, to help my people, to help my nation. Something. And you must know what it is that you have. And we all do have something. We're all born with something. We're all given some gifts, some talent, something. God never, ever was wicked to any of us without giving us something. He gave all of us something. It's up to you to find what it is that you have. And when you see that thing, when you find that thing, when you find that purpose, that talent, that gift, you need to use it to be relevant. You have to be relevant. When you are not there, something must be said that if she was here, and yes, I'm coming from the point of a woman and women. As I heard somebody say that I mean, always be an example. Even a bad person is used as a bad example. Make sure you are relevant. And I'm talking about positive relevance. Trust. These days, they say trust is gone. You can't even trust your own parents sometimes. You know, I shudder to say, but yeah, sometimes you can't trust your own. Fathers are abusing their own children. Mothers are abusing their own children. But you need to trust. You need to trust somebody. We are on a journey. And if we can make it, if we can succeed, apart from trusting God, we need to trust somebody. Somebody who can hold our hands. Somebody who can lift us up. Somebody who can hold us just in case we fall. May we all find that person. Could it be in our marriage? Could it be in our children? Could it be in our parents? Could it be in our workplace, in our society? May we all find, but above all, may we be that kind of person, that trustworthy person, that among the things that we are relevant for, let trust be one of them. I remain Ohiniyi Gifty Auntie. Can I be trusted? I pray to God and hope so. I do my best and leave the rest to God. I remain the woman with super crazy faith in God, but I know He's giving me wisdom. May He give us all the wisdom to take the right steps in everything that we do, especially in these times. In these times, to work with our partners, to work for somebody, to move out to work on our own, whatever decision that we decide to take in life, may He give us the grace to make the wise decision. Thanks for watching. See you same time next week. Bye for now.